Hello, this is the video for Monday, January 4th for 12th grade English. Welcome back. It's good to have you all back for the last 3 weeks of our class. We're going to do our last week of instruction today and this week, so looking at the last set of videos. And then next week, I'll introduce your final. The final will be a series of choices. So I'll explain each one and I'll give you a little bit of time to decide, and that will give you the last week of our class to work on your final and to get it done. So without further ado, let's head into our class. Here's our agenda for today. We spent the first few minutes looking at this Padlet. I'm not going to make that a part of this instructional video, but you can click on it. It is a quick Padlet that Dr. Shepard and I made to try to ask you seniors how you want to celebrate your senior year. So it's not related to English class. It's going to be something that we use next semester to structure our English classes for your colleagues, your classmates rather, your senior classmates. And we want to know what are some cool things that we could do. So if you want, click on that and see, it's optional. Now, this week, we are looking at tutorial videos. Tutorial videos are the last chapter of our film festival because they're such an important one. We spend a lot of time on YouTube looking at how to do things, whatever it might be. So we wanted to take some time this week to look at, well, how do you do that well? What is a good tutorial? How is it done in terms of length, in terms of sound, in terms of camera angles, close-ups? What do we see when something is successful? And then tomorrow we'll look at what is not successful. So to do this, we started by looking at a little spoof. I can't show you any of these because of copyright, unfortunately, but you can click on them on your own time. This spoof is from SNL, making fun of makeup tutorials. Such a big deal, makeup tutorials, that you know you've made it when SNL spoofs it. And we wondered, well, what makes a good one? We looked at
show you guys how to make it work for the quarantine.
we looked at a bunch that I've clipped for you. And to get to those, I'm going to show you how to find it. Go to your weekly objectives document, which is also listed on Schoology. And these are all Dr. Shepard's and our favorites. At the end of it, I'll ask you to add your own if you have some that you think we should all watch. We have a couple on carpentry and framing out a house, one on skiing, how to take the steep slopes, a guitar lesson one from a pretty famous guitar teacher, Marty, Dave Ramsey on financial success, a cooking one, I picked Eddie Jackson doing Caribbean sliders. This is an ASMR video, so we spent a long time talking about ASMR and like, what is that as a tutorial video? The one that I clipped is on dinner etiquette, eye makeup, which is much like the SNL spoof, and then my favorite, Yoga with Adriene, which is a kind of tutorial video. So we spent about 15 minutes clicking around and finding a few that we thought were valuable here, ones that we had some feedback on. If you're watching this video, I encourage you to click on a couple and just see what it is that a good tutorial does. And then you can also add your own here to this document if we've missed some that you think are really important for us to see. You don't have to, but we've had a couple of good ones. A good comedy interview one that someone suggested, another one that's video gaming. Your STEM for today is you learn things. So in your big Google Doc, you'll take that STEM and you are going to expand it. This is a kernel sentence. So I give you a tiny, tiny sentence and you need to add as many words as you can to make it a lot bigger. And that is it. That was our class today. So come back tomorrow to look at more tutorials with us and then to look at what not to do. All right. Good to have you all back.